a lot of studies will show that when people go from making next to nothing to where they're finally making $5,000 a year plus minus, they can afford to consume basic needs, sort of the Maslow's needs hierarchy, if you will. So they start to put protein in their food. They buy gasoline for the scooter they may have just bought, or heat the home they have. And so a lot of basic needs. And in a world where over the last 10 years a lot of people have gone from poverty to that middle class, it's been a massive growth market.
And buying maybe more sugar for cookies and cakes and other goods.
Yes.
But your theme is consumer spending, but looking at your investments, you're high into utilities and industrials, mining, materials, for example. So how does that consumer theme play with this?
Okay, once again, it's basic needs. Whether people are buying energy or food, gold can be viewed as a store of value in much of the world. It's been money for a long, long time. Basic infrastructure, whether it's building out of ports or running a port or airports, or just basic energy production, hydroelectric plants, nuclear plants, cheap, clean energy, are all things that should be growth areas in the emerging markets.
You say should be growth areas, David, but if you look at the prices, for example, gold prices have been slumping. I mean, Moody's, I remember, just cut their price targets on gold. And you've got, when you look at mining, you've got big ones like Caterpillar, had horrible quarterly earnings, and we're laying off people. So why go into these emerging markets in these industrial areas right now?
Well, two things. If you look at gold, it went up for 12 straight years. Not many things go up 12 straight years. It went from 255 up to 1900 thereabouts. It was probably well overdue for a price correction, and it's had almost 2.5 years now of price correction. But a lot of fundamentals would argue for it to resuming its uptrend. And like I say, if people want a store of value, they'll probably go there. Things like Caterpillar, which we don't own now, but we do tend to own industrials that provide transportation for people, or cleaning water for people, or those sort of things, or ports. We do have a lot of that. As to the Caterpillars, the growth should be secular but cyclical growth. So you'll see ups and downs, I think. And our strategy is, when everybody loves something, we might agree with them, but you can't afford it. It's a few years later, when you're in that cyclical downturn and people don't like it anymore, that the bargains start to arise, and hence our exposure to all these areas.